With Black Widow right around the corner, what better time than to go over Tales of Suspense? Alright guys, we are going to go over a nice chunk of Tales of Suspense books. These books are from our friend Ray. He sent us these because he figured, hey, Black Widow's coming out, great time to go over them. And what's fun is all these books are going out to CGC, which means we're going to do a fun unboxing. And when I tell you these are some big Tales of Suspense books, we're going from Tales of Suspense 39 all the way to 58, full of keys. I don't have to tell you this, but hey, like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that. You know all this by now. So let's just get right into the list. We're going to be working from a top down, okay? We're going to be working from 58 down to 39. Major keys for those of you who aren't aware of this run. So let's start all the way at the top. Number 58. This is the second appearance of Kraven. This is also a classic battle between Captain America and Iron Man. This book is right around mid-grade. It's going to be a lot of fun unboxing these. Classic Tales of Suspense cover. Awesome artwork on this entire run. The only thing is, I always thought Mandarin's costume was a little silly. We'll cover that a little bit later. Going down to 57 now. How about the first appearance and origin of Hawkeye? It's also the third appearance of Black Widow. Such an I don't think people realize just how expensive this book is. We're estimating this grade around the 7.0, which today a 6.5 sold for just a couple weeks ago, $2,800. Hawkeye does have the series coming on Disney Plus. Plus, he's been around since the beginning of the MCU. This is a very, very expensive book. I think your average collector isn't aware of just how pricey it really is. Going down, 56 on our list. This is the first appearance and origin of the unicorn. All right, not a big deal, except for the fact that this book is somewhere around an 8 to an 8.5, which is, I'm looking up numbers now, puts it around $500. Somewhere between $400 and $500. That's crazy. So the Tales of Suspense run is like people's favorites. It's Ray's favorite. That's why some of these are a little bit in the above mid-grade, because he was constantly picking these up and constantly keeping the highest grade, best condition. All right, going down. Let's see, the first unicorn, which obviously is a big deal. How about number 55? This is the third appearance of Mandarin. Also has a Pepper Potts pinup. Looking at around a 7.0 on this book, which puts it around somewhere between, I don't know, 350 to 450, somewhere in that range. Not a huge key, but again, they're all going. Remember we sent all those Journey into Mystery books to CGC? Well, guess what? Now we're sending all these Tales of Suspense books. Keep going. We've got number 54. This is the second appearance of the Mandarin. Again, this costume kills me, but it's okay. Putting this one around an 8.0. 8.0. Which is around $500. Are you kidding me? $500 to $700. I'm looking here. Current market. Yeah. Sorry, my numbers are all messed up. But come on. That's high grade, early Silver Age Marvel stuff. Keep going. Don't want this video to last like 3 hours, but going down to number 53. This is the second appearance of Black Widow, Origin of the Watcher. $700 in this roughly 8.0 grade. Again, very high grade stuff. 52. This is a monster, especially with everything going on right now. First appearance of Black Widow, Death of the Crimson Dynamo. This book is roughly estimated at a 7.5, which puts it just under $2,000. Actually, there's a big range here. We got a big range here. Yeah, okay, a 6.5. Just sold for $2,600. So we're way over that. This is crazy. And expect a little bit of a boost with the movie coming out. We'll see. And then I could picture this book starting to peter out after the movie. We'll see what they do with Black Widow. As we know, with the timeline, with all that stuff, they could bring anybody back. So you really just don't know. Although, you know, the Soul Stone. We'll see what the MCU does. Scarlett Johansson's probably getting a little pricey too as an actress. So we'll see. Number 51 on our list. First, Scarecrow. That's right. First, Scarecrow. Ebenezer Laughton. This one at about a 6.0, looking at it just over $200. Maybe the cheapest book on this list based on the condition. Number 50 here. This is a big one. This is the first appearance of Mandarin. We're estimating at about a 6.5, which puts it about $600 to $1,300. I guess a 6.5 just sold, I'm sorry, for $1,200 on eBay. Let's see what happens in Shang-Chi. Let's see what they do with Mandarin. Let's see if they keep him around, because he's a great character. And I remember how disappointed and upset I was with Iron Man 3 because he was like fake. And I remember being excited for the Mandarin, especially in the Iron Man movie. And it ended up being a dud. So we're getting them now. Let's see how this turns out. And most importantly, this book can maintain value if the Mandarin stays in the MCU. So fingers crossed, because he's a cool character. Let's hope. And I'm sure they'll do him justice in the movie. They always do. Number 49, we're looking at about a 7.5. This is the first X-Men and Avengers crossover. Big book. Second appearance of the Watcher. Looking at about $1,200 in the 7.5. This book has so much potential. I'm talking like years down the line. When the X-Men, and the X-Men are coming, right? When the X-Men come to the MCU, what if we do get an Avengers vs. X-Men movie? What if we do get an Avengers X-Men movie? This is the book to grab. It's Tales of Suspense 49, first X-Men and Avengers crossover. Crazy. That 7.5, $1,200. 48 now. This is the first appearance of the classic red and gold Iron Man armor. This in a 7.5 is looking at, again, $1,200. It's gonna. These books are so expensive. But again, the grades dictate. 47, first appearance of the Melter. This one at about a 6.5, you're looking at about $600 to $650. Moving down to 46, you're looking at a 7.0 for the first appearance of Crimson Dynamo, $880. Watch out for this book. That's all I'm going to say. I could be wrong. Watch out for this book. It's Tales of Suspense 46. Tales of Suspense 45. First appearance of Pepper Potts. First appearance of Happy Hogan. First appearance of Jack Frost. We're looking at about a 6.0 on this book, which brings it to about $1,000, roughly. This is first Pepper, first Happy Hogan. Happy's still in the MCU. I think we're going to see him for a bit. We'll see. That's a nice book. Number 44, in an 8.0, first appearance of the Mad Pharaoh. You're looking at like $2,000 for this one, because when you hit like the 7.5s, 8.0s and above, prices go crazy on this early silver stuff. Crazy. 43 now, we're looking at first Kala Queen of the Netherworlds in a 6.0. Again, these are estimates we're going to see when they come back from CGC. About a $700 book. No, a little bit under, a little bit, like $500. 43 now, Tales of Suspense Tales of Suspense 42 in about, again, a 6.0, first Red Barbarian. Again, looking at about a 500-ish to 600-ish, something like that. Now we're getting to the big ones. This is a low grade. This is Tales of Suspense 41. This one's in low grade. This is the third appearance of Iron Man. JFK appears in a cameo. About $100 to $150 in this grade. Again, low grade, but cool for, third appearance of Iron Man. You can get a 1.0 for about $100 to $150. All right, these next two are big boys. Number 40, Tales of Suspense 40 in a 6.0, estimate at a 6.0. This is the first gold armor, second Iron Man. About $1,500 for a 5.0. So what, $1,650, maybe $1,700? Could even be higher than that. And then last but not least, the biggest one on the list here. This is Tales of Suspense 39, first appearance of Iron Man. This book is roughly a 3.0. We're looking at probably $8,500, maybe $8,000 for this book. Awesome. I've never found this book in the wild. I think the best I've ever done on this list was finding the first Happy Hogan and Pepper Potts, maybe. Maybe a first Crimson Dynamo. I'm not sure. But this is our Tales of Suspense list. This is Ray's. These are Ray's books, and these books are going off to CGC. Now, I will say the first Iron Man is going to go through a walkthrough tier, so that bad boy is going to be pretty quick turnarounds. And then I would imagine we're going to send out the Hawkeye and the Black Widow in the next tier, which I believe is Express. And then the rest are probably going out standard. I'll have to talk to Ray, but A lot of these things are going to be back at different times. So you're going to get different videos and unboxings and then cover price sales data. So that's it for this list. I hope you guys appreciated this because this kind of stuff doesn't come through too often. So to be able to go through it quickly, talk about it, and then be able to send them out and talk about them again when they come back and talk grades and prices, it's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. And as always, keep it comics.